Hey guys, Chris from Haunt Tech Tips here, and unfortunately this is how not to operate a drive-through haunt in 2020. Long story short, a haunt not far from me, about an hour and a half from here, pivoted this year. Actually gave them some respect online on Facebook for it. They were a haunted hayride with conventional walkthrough haunts as well. They pivoted to a drive-through haunt, so it had to be a COVID-safe event. Pretty cool, give them props for that. But their opening weekend has been a unmitigated disaster. Sounds like the Saturday night went a little bit better, but no one expected that because all the negative reviews on Facebook from Friday night went unanswered. And, well, let's get into it. So, when I bought the tickets, I kind of had my spider senses stand up right here on their Haunt Pay page. Policy, no refunds for any online purchase. There's no in-person ticketing, so it's all online, so meaning no refunds, period. Ticket is purchase valid for any night, although it was not. This was time ticketing due to inclement weather. We may have a cancellation on certain nights. We cannot refund if we cancel on a night you plan to come. So, yeah, this is clearly their policy for a normal year, but due to time ticketing and time slots and dates selling out, yeah, you can't get a refund according to their Haunt Pay. So there we are. It was actually this weekend $40 tickets, next weekend's $45. And hey, look, surprise, $4.98 fee, whatever. Everybody's used to ticketing fees, so it's a $50 ticket. Yeah, they advertise it as a $40 or $45, but okay, whatever, there's a fee. No big deal. Oh, hey, look, an upgrade. Kind of cool. They engulf you in the horror. They're more interactive, and they touch your vehicle, only if you do this, and there'll be fake blood, ectoplasmic goo, water soap, etc. Also, kind of the whole not responsible for any damage. That's interesting. But, okay, let's do the VIP, because, we're haunters. We like scary things. Let's do VIP. So we did that. Get to the ticketing page, and oh, wait a minute. The $45 ticket that would have been $65 with the VIP suddenly $76. So you pay your ticket price and your fee, and then you pay another processing and service fee. Guys, you don't have to do this. I actually reached out to them again on Facebook and mentioned this. On Haunt Pay, you can roll your fees into the ticket price. So that way your customers aren't complaining, hey, I had to pay a fee, then I had to pay another fee, then I had to pay taxes, which the taxes admittedly actually seem low here, so something's wrong there. Unless it's just taxes on the fees, maybe. But yeah, we're 7 cents and change, or something like that in New Jersey, so yeah, that's not right. But anyway, yeah, real quick, your $40 or $45 event is $75, $76. So, okay, yeah, penny, nickel, and dime, it happens, but you don't have to do that on Haunt Pay. Just roll it in, advertise the price up front. People feel a little bit less cheated or deceived that way. Again, I've got the name of the haunt blacked out here. I don't want to call them out directly. But again, yeah, you see that $76 and then cancellation on any night. We cannot refund. Yeah, so you're putting down some money here, and there's no refunds. So because clearly it's not valid on any night with time ticketing. So here's some of the reviews. Went Friday night, waited 1.5 hours in line for the 10:30 slot. Expecting the actors to pop out, they all just stood there. Maybe they're tired, maybe they're exhausted, don't know. Wasn't worth a long wait. Her friend went at 8 o'clock and said no wait, and actors popped out, disappointed. So apparently if you went early in the night, it was a better show. Hard to say. Waste of money, not fun at all. Not worth the money they're charging. It's worth $10 at best. It's not a review you want to see, especially when it's a $75 ticket. Worst experience ever. They're excited. We got there, and this was at 8:30 time slot, hour and a half to get in. No bathrooms. This was a very common complaint, especially if you're there. They're waiting an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, as some said, and there's no bathrooms. That's an issue. Here's where it gets even worse. The employees, more than one employee, said there's a bathroom up the hill. They got up the hill. There were no bathrooms. So that's a problem. My group, one of us takes a water pill, so no bathrooms for a 2-hour wait isn't really an option. And here's where it gets worse. There were so many people getting out of the car and going to the bathroom outside because there was nothing else you could do. So this is a drive-through haunt during a pandemic. The idea is you stay in your car, you don't get sick. So now the venue has people's urine and hopefully not, but possibly defecation all over it. Lovely. Yeah, again, don't go for the VIP bloodbath because there is no bloodbath, and apparently they rush you through. You're so close to the car in front of you, you don't get to experience anything. That's a bad review, and people are upvoting it. This person's family felt the same way. They paid for the bloodbath and nothing. They couldn't believe when it was over, thinking there'd be more. Another one, huge ripoff. $20, what a joke. First and last time ever. That is not a review you want to see for opening night. Here's another review. Do not go. Yeah, that gets the point across real easily. Worst thing ever. Got there at 9 p.m., waited in line 2 hours, only to be disappointed. They only wave at you. There's only guessing that means. Who knows what that means? Only so many scenes. So anyway, wait for hours after in 5 minutes. That's an exaggeration. The show apparently is about 20. I've seen a lot of people saying 10. I'm not sure. They might mean there's 5 minutes of activity and the rest is between scenes. Hard to say there. Here's another, this is someone asking the haunt a question. Is it one car at a time going through the attraction, worried about someone getting scared and pushing the gas and hitting my car? The author, which was the haunt on the original post, cars are spaced apart. Okay, thank you. And then cars are close. Assume you went. Yeah, we went. Check out the people's comments. And as the other one said, the cars were not spaced out. That was bumper-to-bumper traffic pretty much because they oversold the event. It's oversold for the capacity. That's why there are huge lines. And yeah, no spacing out inside. And again, someone else, a top fan of the page, saying waste of money. When your most engaged fans are calling it a ripoff, that's a huge problem right there. Keep on going here. Another top fan, very disappointed, not worth the money, an extra $20. Another top fan, agree, was not worth the extra $20. Here's a person elaborating. They sat in line for over an hour and a half, not worth the money, can barely see the props, it was dark out. I've seen some video of the show, it was pretty dark. VIP was a ripoff. Paid the extra 20 for nothing. And very misleading, wasting money. What they did see was great, but they think the intent was there, but the plan didn't come together. Here's, let's see, come early and or very organized. They don't check your time slot, so why give one? So, and I get it. You get somebody in line early or late with time ticketing. It's a hassle to say no, but you need, as a haunt, to reply to that to stop people from just coming whenever they want to. Otherwise, you're going to have, no point to your time ticketing. Bring snacks and an empty bladder. Here's someone that agreed and said they will touch your car even if you didn't pay the extra for it. So now, your people that paid for VIP aren't getting what they expected, and the people that didn't want the VIP, didn't want their car to be touched, are getting their cars touched. So there's another issue. We're still not in yet. It's been an hour and a half. Let's see. And again, remember, all these comments came from October 2nd. Friday, October 2nd. So we're not talking a week before Halloween. This is early season still. Here's another one. Wasn't worth the price paid. Too quick, maybe 20 minutes. Cars ended up back to back, no distance between them. Again, going against what the haunt said, that it'd be spaced out. 20 minutes, no space either. VIP, hardly any touching. So you got someone up here saying that the cars did get touched without VIP, and the VIPs are saying they didn't get touched, so there's no consistency there. And another person, make sure you have a full tank of gas. The guy in front of them ran out, which, when the haunt's saying it's a 20-minute experience, you don't plan to need 2.5 hours worth of gas, so that's a legitimate problem. Here are some comments that were apparently deleted from their Facebook page, or the post was deleted. I couldn't find these on the fancy on PC browser where it looked nice, so sorry about the bright white. Worst experience ever. We were excited to do this. We drove 2.5 hours to go, had a time slot at 9:30. So these people are already spending 5 hours in their car just to get there and go home. 2 hour wait to get in. So these people spent 7 hours in their car and there's no bathrooms. That is insane. And pray there was like, a convenience stop or something nearby afterwards. But yeah, by the time we got to the scare part, it didn't matter. You just wanted to get out and use the restroom that wasn't there. Or just, go all over the attraction like other people apparently did by other posters. So unorganized, horrible experience. And here's what really kills me. The food, the food. The cook had no mask or gloves, and the lady serving had no mask. This is a pandemic drive-through haunt where you don't get out of your car, but they're giving you food that people have breathed on. What in the world? This just defies logic right here. Why? It's so simple. I mean, if your food vendor's not going to use a mask and all that, honestly, have the health department shut them down. It's a pandemic right here, and we're doing our best we can, but something so simple. We must have had the same experience. It was so awful by the time we got to the gate. Everyone in the car was asleep. A waste. And yeah, waited 2 hours to drive around for 10 minutes, wasted money. Should have went to Six Flags. These are not reviews you want to see. And again, notice there are no replies from the haunt here. Nothing. There we go. My family had a very similar experience too. We even paid the extra amount for the bloodbath and nothing. No blood, no goo. I'm all for supporting small businesses, but they drove an hour to get there. Huge disappointment. Same disappointment. Same. We paid the extra, drove home with only the words "die" on our window. I paid an extra $20 for that. It was nothing like advertised. Someone else, I can't find the post now, but apparently it said "hi" on their window. Maybe they should just write "boo" on the window. Who knows? Here you go. What happened to the photos for this night? Half of them were blurry, and almost all are taken so close, and you can't even tell what car or anything it is. Super disappointing. Was really looking forward to the photo because they advertised that you get a cool commemorative photo for every group through. We agreed our pic was blurry. I don't even see our car. Can't find her pic. Should have posted by the hour. That's not a bad idea. Agreed. Can't find my pic either. And here are some of the pictures. I've actually blurred out the name of the haunt here, but yeah, there's your professional picture that you paid for as part of your ticket price. Can't see anything. It's way too close in. The lighting's terrible. Apparently there's some sort of dude attacking the car, but yeah. Here's another one. Blurry much? And they only provide one picture per car, so if this is what you got, this is what you got. I didn't even have to blur out the people's faces because the camera did that for us. Here's another one. So now the lighting's kind of crooked. It's blurry again. Clearly, the lighting was set up for a head-on picture, but the camera's in the wrong spot to try to get the people's faces. But this is just no. So what do we learn here? I mean, it's a COVID year. Everybody's learning. Everything's different this year. The key point, I think, everything else is excusable. Don't oversell your time slots. If people were in and out quickly, they wouldn't have all the angst. They wouldn't be worried about bathrooms so much. They wouldn't be worried about, the general, it was a ripoff, it was a scam. Because as long as you lose your customers, that's when everything goes south. That's why we have queue line actors. That's why we have music and videos and all in the queue line area. If you have people standing around for a while, you got to keep them entertained. You can't have people sitting in their car for 2 hours after they just sat in their car for who knows how long to drive there and expect them to be happy. If you haven't opened yet and you're working on time slots for your show, your first night, start light. Your first opening weekend, if it's next weekend coming up, maybe book 70% of what you think you can handle. And if you sell out opening night, great. That makes more demand for the night after. And if you see that you sold out opening night and you could fit another 10%, another 20% of capacity, great. You can add tickets on for the following nights. But don't oversell. That will make people angry, and it makes disasters like this. Don't overpromise your VIP experiences. People are very, very used to VIP meaning skip the line and maybe something further interactive. This year, VIP clearly does not mean skip the line because you're just sitting in traffic. And $20, you expect to have that interactivity. You expect a bloodbath, and somebody wrote the word die on your window and a little bit of blood on their finger. There's a huge difference between what you're setting that expectation with and what you're actually getting. So, and again, your VIPs, that's going to be a lot of your hardcore customers, your top fans, the people that you really don't want to piss off. So treat your VIPs like they're VIPs. Don't just use it as a money grab. Bathrooms are not optional. Again, this is the reason I bought a ticket in September for this show. Paid the $70 with the VIP and everything, but then once we saw the reviews Friday night, we did not go last night. I took a day off work even to go, but one of the people in our group takes water pills, and sitting in line for 2 hours with no bathroom is simply not an option. So, yeah, bathrooms are not optional. Sorry. You've got to have bathrooms. You're open to the public and open to hundreds of people. You can't not do that. Social media can make or break you. So very true. Once I saw the reviews from Friday night and realized that it was not going to be feasible for us to go Saturday, I put my ticket up for sale for literally not half price, but close, $40, $45. No bites. By about 5, 6 o'clock, I was on their page, my ticket offering it for free in one of the threads with people asking questions and leaving reviews and all this. Offering my ticket. I will email you the PDF. It's free. Go enjoy the show. Nobody took it. So by them totally ghosting their audience on social media and letting all of those negative reviews fly without saying, hey, we're going to fix this, hey, we're sorry, without saying anything officially from the haunt, they reduced the value of their tickets to below free. So it's a $70 ticket that people were buying because they expected a great experience. And the day of, you literally could not give away the ticket. So your social media, it'll definitely make it. That's how they sold out Friday night. That's how they sold out Saturday night some time ago. But now, I don't know how well they're going to do unless they do a redemption campaign and try to make it up to people, especially those top fans. You do not want to lose your top fans on social media. They are the ones that are engaging your posts. They are the ones that are sharing your posts. They are the ones that make the algorithm get your post out there to people. You make them angry, that's a bad, bad move. Another one, use a professional for photo ops. Clearly, whoever took these pictures has no idea what they're doing with the camera. You could use an iPhone with a little clamp stand and get better pictures than this. So if you're going to have a photo op that you advertise, either use a professional or have people take their own pictures. Obviously, this year with COVID, taking your own pictures kind of out the window. But that is really disappointing to people, and obviously they're on Facebook complaining about it, so that's not a good thing. People want entertainment now. It's a COVID-19 year. This year is weird. We all know it. Haunts are different. We've got to do everything differently. But there is no doubt in my mind seeing this show being sold out this weekend and in advance. Seeing like Scarehouse in Pittsburgh, they are sold out. I'm trying to think what other shows I've heard about, but pretty much everybody on Facebook, on Haunter groups, all that, they're saying their shows are doing great if they're not sold out. And a lot of the sellouts, yes, it is in part due to reduced capacity, reduced ticket sales this year. But remember, it's the first weekend of October. Places usually aren't selling out the first weekend of October, so people want the entertainment. It's a younger crowd. They don't really care about the dangers of COVID and all that. And especially socially distant events like this, huge potential for sales. So instead of just being open, I think it's Friday and Saturday, maybe Sunday, maybe they should expand out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The crowd is there this year. People want stuff to do. Restaurants are still at reduced capacity in most places. There's no sports to go see in person. Uh, Movie theaters, Regal just announced they're closing theaters again because there's no movies to show. So there's no competition. So spread out your dates. You're going to have people showing up, and you have to do time ticketing this year. Otherwise, you're going to be swamped with people. And as you might have saw in the news last weekend, three different incidents where there were shootings at haunts due to problems in excessive lines. So you've got to control your crowds. Also, we're used to having that queue line actors. If you've got a drive-through haunt like this, you need to have some sort of entertainment in the drive-up queue area if there is going to be any sort of a wait. Project a movie. I heard they were playing music, but the radio only goes so far. Have some like voice actor stuff pre-recorded, something to keep your audience engaged. And the safety side of things. Clearly, the haunt advertised that your car wouldn't be touched unless you had VIP. So people getting their car touched when they didn't have VIP, that's not safe. That's potentially triggering for someone who thought that wasn't going to happen. Complaints that the scenes were too dark to see anything means it's too dark to potentially see actors. From what I saw, the people directing traffic were very well lit and very obvious, but the actors, they were dark. And they were approaching the cars. These were moving vehicles, not supposed to be moving any more than 3 miles an hour. It looks like it was actually stop and go. So maybe by accident, safer than they expected. But still, there's that potential for somebody who, unfortunately, pre-gamed or sat there in line and had one or two or smoked something, to overreact and run into the car in front of them, or worse, run into an actor, or very worse, pin an actor between them and the car in front of them. So if you're going to have one of these drive-through shows, make sure it's well lit. Make sure it's, if the actors are going to approach the cars are stopped, or there's some sort of barrier. In public safety training I've been through, they always say if you're going to approach a car, approach it behind the front wheel and before the back wheel, so that way the car can't turn into you. But also, you got to make sure you don't get your feet underneath that back wheel. That could be a bad time as well. But in general, this was just a total train wreck. It could have been easily mitigated if they would have had a social media person on their Facebook managing it, replying to comments, making an apology, all of this as it happened. But they have totally ghosted their audience this weekend. A couple of their actors have been replying to comments, but you can tell actor, staffer, I'm not sure who it is, but it's not someone with authority at the haunt, or at least it doesn't seem like they have it. Otherwise, they'd be using the haunt's official page to reply and all that. So it's a true sin. This show, they've got a good name. I've been there before. It was a terrific show on a normal year. But they have really, really dropped the ball this year. And they're kind of showing how not to do things. So, sorry this turned into a 20-minute rant. This video and rant about what the haunt did wrong is now officially longer than the time it takes to drive through the haunt and see the show. So, sorry about that, but hope you might learn a thing or two from what I learned with this experience, even though I didn't even go there. But take care out there, be safe, wear your mask, and hopefully we can have a normal Halloween next year.